What's up, guys? Every so often I get a request to do a flashlight video. So figured I would just go ahead and do one. I found a light that I think is the perfect around the house light. It's not really a carry light for me. It could be. And it could be really good in that role as well. But for the longest time I've looked for a light. God, Southern people say fur for four. F-O-R, for, we say fur. I have to stop myself from doing that. This could be good for everyday carry, but not so great. It's much better for an around the house light. For the longest time, it was the Surefire E2D Defender. Good light, great light. Good output, 200 lumens, and then your output, your low output is like 15 lumens, something like that. Both are more than bright enough to do just about anything around the house. This low setting could do, you could do anything in the dark. This is to potentially blind an attacker, light up an assailant, whatever you need to do inside your home, or any non-combative role as well. Good light. Runs off two CR123 batteries. Still one of my favorites, but not the most practical around the house light. Main reason being no spill to speak of. It appears as though there's spill around here. That's just because we're close up. At 5 feet and beyond, there's absolutely zero spill. It's just this tight hotspot. That's one of the reasons I don't prefer it, and another reason is because it goes straight to the high mode, 200 lumens. Great for a tactical light, but when you need something around the house, you don't want to jump straight to the max output. You want to go to the low output and then the max if you need it. One thing it does have going for it is momentary and constant activation. I like that feature. Next I went to the 4.7's Quark CR123-2 with the S2 LED in it. This is a limited version, not made anymore. Very bright light. This is brighter than the normal versions. It has a smaller LED, so it has a tighter hotspot. You do get throw, very good throw, and very good spill, so it's great for around the house. You have a bunch of outputs. You have moonlight, which is like 0.1 lumens or something like that. Low, medium, high. Twist the bezel, you have max output, a little over 200 lumens. They claim 200 for this model, but with this LED it's a little bit more. Two CR123 batteries. I do like this light. Good combination of throw and spill, and a great user interface. Simple. You have pretty much any setting. Enough settings for any situation. The main killer of this light is the clicky feature. I don't have momentary activation, and I don't want to have to click it on every time I need it. I would like momentary. So that's why I quickly moved on. Not quickly, this was my light for almost a year. I moved on from that. Went to the Surefire E1B Backup. Pretty much the same faults as the E2D LED Defender. I just like this because it was small. It was also my EDC light for a while. Still is my EDC light right now. So I stuck with this. I just took it out of my pocket, set it on my bedside table, and this was my around the house light. You have what they claim is 110 lumens, I think, but it's actually really bright. Surefire underrates their lumen capability, so whatever they claim, it's normally 10% at least brighter than that. So this tight hotspot compared with their TIR lens, total internal reflection, it makes the hotspot appear much brighter than 110 lumens. Throws really well. You have momentary activation, good runtime, but again, two faults. You revert to max output and then low, and I do not like that, and you lack spill. As you can see here, there's pretty much no spill to speak of. And when you're at distance, there is no spill. It's just a tight hotspot. Quickly moved on from that. Now these three are pretty much relegated to EDC tasks now. They're still good for EDC. a light that I'm going to show right now is the Surefire M3LT Combatlight. This is the M3LTS. This is probably my favorite high output light. It is my favorite high output light. I have the Phoenix TK35, which is rated at the same output, 800 lumens, but it doesn't have the same capability of this, and it takes more batteries than this. This takes 3 CR123 batteries. Surefire's TIR lens, although it's different than the ones on the small light. This is rated at 800 lumens. Again, they underrate their lumens. This does not have a clicky, but it's great, excellent for around the house. A soft press gives you 70 lumens. This 70 lumen output with a TIR lens is enough to reach out to beyond 100 yards with just 70 lumens. A full press on the clicky and you have 800 lumens. And this is actually hot to my hand. Just the light is hot to my hand. Keep in mind, LEDs don't have a filament that is actually burning. Nothing burns in an LED. So for that to be hot on your hand, that's just pure light that's hot. Getting a phone call. It's actually another YouTuber. I'll call you back, buddy. So for that to be hot on my hand, that's a lot of light coming out of there. This light is amazing. It is spendy, but it's amazing. Since it has no clicky feature, you can twist. You twist to get your 70 lumens. Again, if you need your 800, you full press it. Or you could just twist it all the way, and then you have your 800 lumens. This light is amazing. Reaching out to 100 yards is not even a workout for this thing. If you were to shine this in somebody's eyeballs, they would literally, quite literally, be blind for half an hour, maybe an hour. I accidentally glanced myself in the eye on the 70 lumen output, and I was blind in that eye for like 5 minutes. And I'm not talking, I'm seeing spots. I literally could not see out of that eye for like 5 minutes. And that was at the 70 lumen output. I have no clue what it would have done at the 800. So this light is no joke. They claim 1 hour runtime on the max output. I've ran this thing a whole bunch since I've gotten it. And it hasn't stopped yet. Now this brings me to the last light, which is the one that I recommend everybody has for around the house. This thing solves all the issues that I had with these other lights. And it's really just quite amazing the power this thing has in its size. Surefire Fury. It's run off 2 CR123 batteries, so not going to break the bank or anything like that. You have momentary and clicky action. You have something Surefire has never done to my knowledge, at least not with their new modern lights. As soon as they started messing with LEDs, they really moved to this TIR lens. I haven't seen a Surefire personally that has used just a bare LED with a deep reflector. This is a very deep reflector with the very large Cree XML LED. Very nice LED. It's kind of new technology. All the new high output lights are using it. Really good LED. This is running at 500 lumens, but it's not even pushing this LED. So it can go further, and I'm sure we'll see lights pushing it further in the future. Again, this does not use Surefire's TIR lens, so you're not going to get the same beam pattern where you have all flood and no, or all throw and no flood. Again, this light is rated at 500 lumens with something like 20 lumens as the low. So you have this low output again. 1, 2, 3. You have momentary and clicky, so you can activate it. But again, it reverts to the low beam. That's what you want for around the house. If it's not going to be a tactical light, you want this to revert to the low beam because you don't want to blind yourself if your eyes have already adjusted to the nighttime. So that's one thing I love about it. It reverts to low beam. The second thing is you have 500 lumens of power coming out of this thing on the max setting. So you have low and high. This is 500 lumens. It is much, much, much brighter than the E2D LED or the Quark sitting here. I can actually feel the heat coming out of this thing too. 500 lumens out of this thing is really quite amazing considering its size. As you can see, not big at all. When I was talking about you could EDC this light, it has no pocket clip, but if you really wanted to, you could everyday carry this light, and I may for a little while. But you do have two CR123, so the runtime is good. But the main thing I love about this light is the momentary action and clicky and the 500 lumen output in such a small package. The real star for me is the nice, very nice compromise between throw, which is in here, and flood. At distance and even in your room, no matter what you're shining this light at, it has enough power that you could be shining this at an object in your room, but this flood is going to light up the whole room anyway. So something that Surefire has never done to my knowledge, at least in a small handheld light in the last couple of years, is use just a bare LED that gives you a really good compromise between flood out here and throw in the center. To me, this makes it a perfect around the house light because you don't want to light up a selective area and have tunnel vision in your house. You want to light up the whole area. The throw is great, but you do want flood. I don't want to give you the impression that the light is all flood and no throw. It throws just as far as anything out here and is even brighter at that distance because the output is so high. Just like this light, even though it's 300 lumens less, 100 yards for this beam is no problem. It's literally the brightest handheld light I've ever seen. So it's a really, really, really good light, and it's my new favorite of any flashlight I've ever owned. It's even, I like it better than this just because it's compact. Runtime is great. Again, you have momentary. It reverts to the lowest output, which is excellent because you don't want to blind yourself. And then if you need it, you have that immense amount of power. Something else that's good about Surefire is the fact that you're buying USA made. It's the only flashlight manufacturer that I know of that's messing with a new technology that is USA made. 4.7s, Olight, Phoenix, Spark, Eagle Tac, Jet Beams, they're all Chinese made companies. All China companies. Every single one of them. Surefire is the only USA made modern flashlight company that I know of. You have Lenslight, but they're kind of their own thing. They have their own little deal going. So Surefire is the way to go, and if you're looking for a great around the house light, it could be a searchlight as well, just because the output is so high and has such a concentrated, nice hot spot. It's not going to be as good as something like this for a searchlight because some of the power is reverted to being spill, but it's still very intense, and it'll reach way past 100 yards. So if you're looking for a good light, definitely get this. I think it's like $140, I think. I can't remember. But it's not that expensive. Definitely not compared to this. Or a couple of these up here. So yeah, definitely check out the Surefire Fury if you're in the mood for another flashlight. I've been trading some knives away to get these flashlights. I have two of these and I'm about to have two of these. These are like $300. So I've traded a few knives away for some flashlights. As most of you know, I do work for Going Gear, which is a huge flashlight company. So it's kind of my hobby and my job. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.